What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'll be reviewing Bad Trip, which is a new Netflix comedy. So let's get into it. Real quick, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you thought about the movie down below. If you've seen it, this is a spoiler-free review, so you may not have seen it yet. But anyways, let's get on with the review. So this movie's kind of like a prank comedy kind of movie. If you've seen like Bad Grandpa or like the old guy skits from Jackass where Johnny Knoxville's like as the old guy and doing all this dumb shit, it's similar to that, very similar to that in that sense. Except it does have like a plot and stuff. It's not just like Jackass where it's just a series of pranks and skits and stuff. There is a story going on. It's kind of trying to connect to that while they're still doing all these like pranks. Essentially, this movie, Eric Andre, who's kind of known for stuff like this, his character, he has like a crush on a girl, and he like sees her at like a auto shop or something. So him and his friend go on a road trip to try to find her. Meanwhile, they're getting hunted by his friend's sister, who broke out of prison, something like that. So that's essentially the plot. I'm not going to go too in deep with it because this is spoiler free. But I thought the plot was kind of similar to Dumb and Dumber, like very similar to Dumb and Dumber, especially as you go along. You'll kind of notice some similarities, especially if you've seen Dumb and Dumber as many times as I have. But when you watch a movie like this, you're not really looking for the plot. You're looking more for the skits and the jokes. So I'm not going to hold too much against the plot here, but that's really what it is. So easily the best part of this movie for me are the pranks. They set up these like scenes and situations where the public doesn't really know what's happening, but obviously the set that they do and like the people at the stores and stuff, they usually know what's happening, but like the citizens don't, and so that's really who's getting pranked here. So they do these like really just dumb things. They set up all these like skits, and for me that's just simply hilarious. Like, I love stuff like this. I'm a sucker for gags like this. I love the Jackass movies. I love Bad Grandpa. They're all just really funny, and I just have a blast watching them, and this one's no different. Just the same sort of stuff. I believe it has even has ties to Bad Grandpa. It's just, I love movies like this. They're so funny. I just can't get enough of them. The skits in here are just hilarious. There's a number of times in the movie where I'm just dying of laughter because it's just so funny what they do here. They really do go all in on these skits, and you really can't believe the stuff they're doing. Like, I don't want to spoil any of the skits because they're all just so funny. But like the one in the opening scene, Eric Andre is at like an auto shop, and he's like cleaning a car in a vacuum, like sucks up his jumpsuit, so he's just like ass naked in front of some random dude, and you kind of see how the guy like deals with it. That's just hilarious to me. Like, how can you not find that funny? It's all fun, and I love watching stuff like that. And I could just watch stuff like this all day. It's such a blast for me to watch. And I think most of the skits in here are actually genuine. Like, I don't believe any of them are like staged, except for like the plot scenes. There's scenes in the movie where it's just the actors in the movie doing stuff. But they're still like ridiculous and stuff. But like, the skits are real, and that's what makes it so funny. It's like a glorified like YouTube video. It's just like a movie YouTube video if you watch like prank channels. It's very similar to stuff like that. It's just pranks, and it's just so fun to watch. So like I said, I just had a real good time watching this one. I laughed my ass off a number of times throughout the movie. It's just so funny. Once again, especially with the pranks. The actual like jokes in the movie don't always land. The plot isn't always great, but the pranks in here are just hilarious. The skits, they're right on point. That's really all you can ask for from a comedy movie like this. Like I said, the plot kind of sucked. But really, who cares about the plot when you're watching something like this? You're watching it because you want to watch these like real life skits and see how people react to this kind of stuff, and it delivers on that purpose. So I can't hold too much against this movie for the plot just being generic and lame. I didn't care about the plot at all, but who cares? You know, I'm here for the pranks, and this movie 100% delivers on that for me. I thought all three of the like main leads who were like doing all the pranks, they all did a great job with the jokes, but especially Eric Andre, who's the kind of the lead in the movie. He's really the star of the show. He's just so good at doing things like this, and he sells the pranks so well, and he just makes them so like believable, and just he gets great reactions out of the public. And he's the biggest reason why this movie just works so well for me. Like I said, I've said this a number of times, but it's just so fun to watch. Like, if you've seen the movie The Scene at the Zoo with the gorilla, like how on earth do you come up with something like that? Like, my God. And for me personally, there's always room in my life for a movie like this. It's just pure fun. You know, you're not really gonna have to think too much. You just get to sit back and get entertained for an hour and a half. And I love movies like this. It's kind of different. I don't always watch movies like this. There's not a lot of them out there. But when I do watch one, I'm just entertained all throughout. So overall, I had a blast watching this. It's funny and entertaining, and that's really all I wanted when I clicked on it on Netflix. So if I had to grade it, I would give it a 73% and a B. That's about as high as I could go in a movie like this, with the plot sucking and just really the kind of movie it was. But the score doesn't matter. Like, I guess I give it a thumbs up if that's better. It's just it's fun. Who cares? I'm not gonna like analyze every little scene and try to be like concrete with my analysis of the movie. It's dumb fun, and I have an absolute blast with that. In terms of a recommendation, if you like movies like this where there's just pranks and real life skits, I would highly recommend this movie. I had a blast watching it. I'm someone who watches, you know, Jackass and Bad Grandpa quite frequently. So, and it lived up to my standard of movies like this. It's just a ton of fun throughout. It's also worth noting this movie is like a hard rated R. Like, there's like nudity at times. I don't know if it's real nudity, but like they show inappropriate body parts. But I don't know if it's actually real human body parts. But I don't want to get too into that. But so it is rated R and very like there's a lot of swears and stuff. So keep that in mind if you're gonna watch it. But if you like me and you're into movies like this, I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's just a fun time. Alright, so that will do it for my review of Bad Trip from Netflix. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also comment down below, tell me what you thought of the movie. Do you like movies like this? It's certainly interesting style of movie. I personally do. I love movies like this. I've said it quite frequently in this video. But anyways, thanks for watching and have a good day.